Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kenan here, hanging out in probably one of the more fun kitchens of the world. Of course, I'm hanging out with good old Tom Crutchfield, and Stacy's here also, and they have with them some serpentine buddies, and we've got neonate and an adult green tree python. And I want to just give some shout outs. Tom, you see the folks start talking to me, so I'd like to say hello to Caden, what's happening, Oliver Rodriguez, Michelle Logan Myers, hello. Gosh, you guys are all going too quick for me. Before we get into talking about the snakes and talking with Tom, I'm just going to say hello and remind you guys to check out kampkenan.com and check out the store. We have t-shirts available, and if you would like to help contribute to the channel, please go ahead and check out the good old patreon.com/Kenan. And we got a very bad connection. So guys, we will try and come back. We're going to try and come back, and I won't move around so much. Hold on. This is going to be a bummer today, I think, with that slow connection.
I knew it already.
Yep. I thought we'd be in better luck on the inside. So the wireless, is it a high-speed internet?
No good.
Yeah.
But it's where we are.
Shucks. I don't know. Or not. This is well, wait, I think I'm gonna it's just not working today, people. I apologize, guys. There we go. Wait, I'm not gonna move. We're gonna try and do this quickly. Tom, let's talk a little bit about the green tree python. So these guys are from islands in the Indonesian island chain.
They're also from New Guinea, and they come from the a lot of the Moluccan Islands as well. This is an arrow green tree python. A lot of locales. Some are islands and some are cities. Like Maruki's a city in the southern part of Irian Jaya, which is the western part of New Guinea, and then there's like a biak, refers to an actual place.
Okay.
These are arrows.
So the arrows, that's the subspecies.
No, it's just a place.
Oh, locale, my bad.
Locale. And these are really pretty ones. These are really high white with a lot of blue on them. And there's some babies. We just hatched 2 clutches of these out, arrows. So we're happy to do it. It's not my first time hatching green tree pythons, but it's always a pleasure to do it.
Yeah, now that's what I like about you, Tom. I mean, you've been doing this. How many years have you been messing with reptiles?
God, I'm almost 70, so
right.
As long as I can remember, really, since I was about 5 or 6 years old.
Okay, so you think about that.
I've always kept them.
And you get just as excited hatching out something you've hatched out 100 times before. It's always nice to see new life, I think, and that's what endears me to you. That's why I think you and I became pals, just because you get so excited seeing these animals hatch out.
I do.
So that's pretty rad. So guys, we still have a bad connection. I'm not going to go too long with this video, okay? And I apologize. I really I travel so that I can bring you guys some really cool experiences. So unfortunately, we're not having. But you can see the neonate on the left, and you can see the adult on Tom's arm. We had a question. One of them was asking how often did snakes shed, and I think I know the answer. But go ahead, Tom. Why don't you tell me?
The process of shedding skin in reptiles is called ecdysis. Shedding is a process of growth. Growth depends on how warm it is, the species of snakes that it is that's shedding its skin. Some kinds of snakes grow faster than others. It depends on the age of the snake. Younger snakes shed more frequently than older snakes. Depends on how much food the snake gets. Environmental factors. So there's so many factors to take consideration. But to make a long story short, it is a process of growth. It does not happen in a certain time of the year, nor a finite number of times per year.
Cool. There you go, man. Let's see. That was a great. We got somebody who knows quite a bit about reptiles, so it's awesome. And ecdysis. Say that again.
Ecdysis.
Ecdysis. That's right. I remember. These are some terms that I've heard, but I've forgotten, so I'm getting refreshed myself, and that's why it's always fun, guys, to get out there and talk to people that know more than you. The only way you ever learn, so many people ask me, Tom, how I got into this, and how did I build my house? Well, I moved to an environment where it was conducive for these animals, and then I started meeting people like yourself, like Tom here, like my buddy David Hitzig, who's just off camera. I'd swing around to get him on there, but it's always best to always be a student. And I think it'd be fair to say, Tom, you're still a student.
The more I learn, the less I realize I know.
That's cool,
and
man.
That is certainly true.
Yeah. So these guys here, now these are arboreal snakes.
They are.
So in the wild, their diet is going to be primarily birds and other arboreal animals. What do you think?
Birds and mammals in the wild a lot. The neonates like this feed mostly on cold-blooded prey, like little lizards and frogs and things like that. They lay eggs. The female incubates her eggs. She's going to wrap around them and incubate them when she lays them, and she'll protect them. It take about 60 days roughly for them to hatch.
Cool.
Under normal conditions with the female.
Great.
Very interesting and beautiful snakes. They're very similar to the New World emerald tree boa.
That's right. They are. They fill the same
Except that
ecological
they're
niche,
pythons.
right?
And now, boys, now he's fixing to strike you if you're not careful.
Okay.
Because he's looking at you.
That's fine. No, but this is great. This is actually.
He's targeting you, actually.
He is targeting me, so he's.
But she has normally she's not like bite, but she's afraid because there's movement behind you and that, so she's in a defensive position at this point.
But that's
she may not, but she might.
But she's just showing you that she's nervous, and that's really great. With reptiles, you have to read behavior. You have to become a student of their behavior. So many people, again, another thing that struck me with you, Tom, is another thing that we talked about is, man, watch your animals if you want to learn about them. Just sit, be quiet, and watch their behavior.
That's what they do.
Right. So now Tom has been watching snakes since he's a young lad. And, obviously when you see a snake get in that S position, she's uncomfortable, defensive.
More importantly than that, though, she
Talk to me.
targeted you with her eyes. And at one point she went like this when she went,
Okay. So she zeroed in.
When they deliberately go, like